Welcome to First Unitarian Society of Minneapolis, the birthplace of Congregational Humanism. We carry on that tradition of free thought today, dedicated to promoting a free search for truth, meaning, and justice. Our web address is firstunitarian.org. I'm David Breeden, Senior Minister. Welcome. Welcome to First Unitarian Society of Minneapolis on this Music Sunday, November 19th, 2023. First Unitarian Society is a member congregation of the Unitarian Universalist Association of Congregations, and our programming is live on Sundays. It is also accessible online 24/7. I'm David Breeden, the Senior Minister, and I am joined today by a cast of dozens. Mike Vossich, our music director over there. Jeff Sterling, our orchestra director. Amos Lucchini, our keyboardist, and a wonderful choir and orchestra today. And then thanks to our audio-visual folks, it's an especially complex day today, so thanks a lot for getting it right. Well, welcome everyone to this place of love and justice, this place where we honor humanity's highest achievements, and the highest achievement is compassion and love for each other. I want to quickly do a few announcements here so we can keep moving later. If you're in the building, join us downstairs after assembly this morning. Ballpark Scramble will be part of our mini meal. That is savory sausage, potatoes, and sauerkraut, and gluten-free it is. The best darn air fryer tofu ever over Big Blue Squash, which is vegan, and Ample Apple Crisp, which is both vegan and gluten-free. Also, while you are downstairs, go to the Active Voices table, get yourself some of these blue postcards. This week, we are thanking the Minnesota legislature for taking crucial steps toward reducing child poverty through the 2023 child tax credit. So thank our legislators. Yay. Absolutely. At noon today, join in Conversations in Humanism with Drew Beckius in the Chalice Room downstairs. Drew is always a popular speaker and one of our nationally known humanist voices, and join in the conversation, absolutely. Also at noon today, the seasonal celebrations team says, come on in. For the task, and I'm not supposed to say tryouts because, you know, we really encourage everyone to join in, and that's going to be in the Dietrich room at noon today. They're looking for mummers, quarter readers, poetry readers for our midwinter revel show. As you know, winter solstice is a big deal around here, and we will be celebrating that on December 21st and the 22nd. No experience necessary, and if you've ever seen one of our shows, you know that's true. And just saying. But no, everybody's a critic, but we need mummers, and we also need singers. Whatever your talent, we definitely need you. That'll be in the Dietrich room at noon today. Well, each week when we gather, we do light our chalice in memory and thinking of one of our UU principles or our own aspirations. Today, the third aspiration of First Unitarian Society, we aspire to pursue wisdom through reason, science, art, and the stories of civilizations. Thank you. Take it away.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Jeff Sterling, and I'm thrilled to be back again with you on this first Music Sunday of our 23-24 calendar. Time and the infinite is the subject of our music this morning. For the selections that the orchestra is going to play, we have a wide span of music, everything from the 1680s to a wonderful new piece by Liz Draper, who is going to perform on her bass a little bit later. So a great deal of time is spanned by the composers represented today. With the idea of the infinite, there is also the idea of the present. So the music that the orchestra is going to play will touch not only on long-standing values that last across the centuries, like in the Purcell, but will also draw attention to the present with music of Ukraine, and also a piece by Minnesota composer Linda Haugen, which I think addresses what many of us may be feeling as we contemplate the situation in Israel and Gaza Strip and the West Bank these days, the challenges that are faced by everyday people around the world. So we'll start with Purcell and then move on from there.
Good morning, everyone. I'm so glad to be with each and every one of you on this beautiful morning. My name is Justice Renee. I am one of those guiding our Ethical Explorers program here at First Unitarian Society. If I can have all of my ethical explorers come on up. Okay. Ethical Explorers has a mission to nurture independent thinkers, seekers, and most of all, doers in their quest for authenticity, equity, and fostering love and transformation in our ever-evolving world. Tomorrow is November 20th. It is the Trans Day of Remembrance. Trans individuals cover a diaspora of experiences, from transfeminine to the transmasculine, anyone that, to the non-binary to the gender fluid. Anyone that falls outside of the conventional, or what we see as the standard binary in our bimodal system. We, with the Ethical Explorers program, have been working over the last 2 weeks on what does ritual actually mean and the importance around what ritual brings us. We've been studying individuals like Andy Warhol, Hugo Ball, and the Dada movement, and discussing what does it actually look like. On the 20th of November every year, I gather and I take moments to remember trans individuals who have lost their lives due to violent means over the last year. Globally, this year, we've lost 320 trans individuals due to murder. Today, to honor these individuals that were lost in the United States, we are going to go through their names. And usually when we do this ceremony, we usually light a candle because it's about remembering and connecting. But we wanted to try something different, and this is coming from our ethical explorers and the conversations we've had. We want to talk about what does it mean to live and the life that we live and hold together. And clothing and our humanity is a big part of that. And so what we're going to do, and this is what the ritual is, as Serena and I are going to be reading the names, Erica and the Ethical Explorers will be taking a moment to put an item for each name on our dress form here, or on the top, all of a sudden, words just escape me. It's just a thing, let me tell you. Woo! Okay. They're going to be putting some items around here, and that way we can hold together with our ceremony. And to get us kicked off, do you want to read the first name?
Yeah, of course. Jasmine Star Mack. Speak up. Jasmine Star Mack.
Casey Johnson. Unique Banks.
Zaki Imani Witau.
Maria Jose Rivera.
Hasse Henderson.
Tortuguita.
Desaya Woodland.
Ashley Burton.
Coco Dahl. Just on the floor by the shoes.
Banco Brown.
Aisha Davis.
Chanel Perez Ortiz.
Jacob Williamson.
Camden Ryder.
Devani Johnson.
Thomas Robertson. You can just put it right there.
Yoko.
Luis Angel Diaz Castro.
China Long.
Sherilyn Marjorie.
Annie Johnson. Annie Johnson.
Dominic Dupree.
Lisa Love.
London Price.
Lakendra Andrews.
"26 individuals have been lost in the United States this last year due to being murdered for being trans. We only know their names because of the work that many journalists do to figure this out. More often than not, the individuals are hidden and lost due to mislabeling by the police. And so, to remember those individuals who we didn't have names for that were lost in the last year, we're going to have one rose. If you want to bring it on up. And then one more rose for each individual that has been lost this last year due to the mental toll that has led them to suicide due to the transphobia that they face each and every day. Thank you, my ethical explorers, for coming and doing this ceremony and this ritual with me. And for each of you in the congregation, I will include you in our ritual and our process. Thank you for being with us today as we read the names and remember those individuals lost in the last year. Thank you.
We have two more selections to play for you now. American composer Charles Ives makes an excellent segue out of this remembrance ceremony. Ives, throughout his life, tried to write music and find music just as it was. A lot of folks use art as a way to idealize things or to create something that would represent a perfected version of beauty or life. Ives, he just tried to find sound and beauty just the way it was.
Rabindranath Tagore was a late 19th, early 20th century Bengali poet, writer, playwright, composer, philosopher, social reformer, and a member of the Brahmo Samaj, which was a Unitarian deistic movement in India and Bengal in those days. He's best known probably for being the author of the Indian national anthem and the national anthem of Bangladesh and the national anthem of Sri Lanka. So there you go. Here's a bit of a poem called An Empty Place. In desperate hope I go and search for her in all the corners of my room. I find her not. My house is small, and what once has gone from it can never be regained. But infinite is thy mansion, my Lord, and seeking her I have come to thy door. I stand under the golden canopy of thine evening sky, and I lift my eager eyes to thy face. I have come to the brink of eternity from which nothing can vanish. No hope, no happiness, no vision of a face seen through tears. Oh, dip my emptied life into the ocean. Plunge it into the deepest fullness. Let me for once feel that lost, sweet touch in the allness of the universe. First Unitarian Society is a congregational humanist group that is here to take care of each other and the planet at large. When we gather on Sundays, we take a few moments to reflect on the human experience, the joys and the sorrows and the milestones. We do this to keep in touch with our own humanity and to remind ourselves of a moment of stillness. A sorrow this week, Robert Bruce Dryden, brother and brother-in-law of members Jim Dryden and Wayne Groff, died last Sunday unexpectedly of a heart-related condition. And Jim says, "My brother Bob was the first skeptic questioner in our family who introduced us to the ideas of free thought and the Humanist Manifesto. This inspired my parents to join a nascent Unitarian fellowship in Santee, California. When Mom and Dad returned to Minnesota, Wayne and I brought them around to find their Unitarian community here in the Twin Cities, becoming ourselves accidental Unitarians." Bob is survived by his wife, Julie, and daughter, Taylor. Also, FUS member David Johnson underwent hip replacement surgery and is back home, but his recovery has been, in his words, bumpy. He's largely homebound at the moment, and he would love to hear from folks here at FUS. Also a joy. FUS member and U.S. Army veteran Barb Lutz was honored for her service by the Minnesota Lynx. Pretty cool. Congratulations, Barb. And downstairs, stop by our card basket, and you can send a note to the folks that I've mentioned this morning and other shut-ins who were unable to attend assembly today.
Good morning. My name is Karen Rowell, and I am one of the Foundation Board Directors here at First Unitarian Society. Music Sundays are a regular part of our First Unitarian Society's programming. It's funded from our regular operating budget with special funding from the FUS Foundation. But despite all that regular, ongoing, wonderful support, it's always nice to have a little extra, right? We all know that from our personal budgets. So to illustrate that, I'm going to tell you a little story, hopefully quick. First Unitarian Society has always been a great place to come for the arts. We have our Music Sundays. We always have beautiful art in the gallery. And heck, we have a resident poet for a lead minister. So I'm part of a new group called New Paths for Community that Buckley has been working with this fall, and we are bringing storytelling to FUS. Another art, an art that's capable of enhancing the compassion in our relationships and community building. And we didn't want to charge for the workshop that we're holding. So we're going to put an application into the foundation and keeping our fingers crossed for that. But we had a timeline to meet. And I went to Rev David and I said, well, you know, on the chance that the foundation doesn't fund this, like, can we offer this workshop? David was really excited, you know, patron of the arts, really excited about this and said, we'll find a way. So that's what your gifts today do. They allow our patron of the arts to continue to saying yes to new things that celebrate the arts. First Unitarian Society is a free, independent, and self-governing congregational humanist community that survives and thrives due to the generosity of our people in time, talent, and treasure. I do better when I speak off the cuff than when I read. The easiest way to give is to go to our website, firstunitarian.org, and click the Give link at the upper right-hand corner. You can also give by PayPal, the Vanco mobile app, and by sending a check. For those who are in the building and would like to contribute, stop by the office after the assembly today. Thank you so much for making the work of First Unitarian Society possible.
Okay, and we are very pleased to present a newly commissioned work. Bringing on stage now our bass composer, Liz Draper, who is here to present a new work. Woo! And to piggyback off of that offering information there, we do have our foundation. This was made possible by a grant from the Sigmund Fund, and Jan Sigmund is here today. It's wonderful to see you. Thank you, Jan. And this is very unique for a congregation like this to have grants available that are specifically to commission new pieces of music. And this is in honor of a previous music director, Sigmund, Charles Sigmund, who passed early, and this is a way to preserve his legacy and the legacy of music here at FUS. Did you want to say anything? Okay, so I'll pass off the mic to Liz.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. It's a super honor to be here. Yeah, it's just really great. So this piece I wrote in the Netherlands while in the midst of a quarantine time from a hotel room. The majority of it I wrote there anyway, in Groningen, Netherlands. We had just arrived, having spanned, lots of time zones, had some time to acclimate, get used to the jet lag. We were supposed to perform, the day we were supposed to perform, our band leader came down with the big virus, and we had 5 days to quarantine. So there's a lot of themes of 5 in this piece, different groupings of 5 notes, 5 time signatures, fifths, such as that. Another piece that was happening while there was amazing steeples of all sorts of types, and the time kept with the bells going off very regularly, so you'll hear a little bit of that as well. Yeah, thanks.
Okay, well, thank you, Liz, for sharing that beautiful piece with us. That was wonderful. Thank you. Woo. All right. We are going to set up here for the last piece of our program here, which is going to be presented by the FUS Chorus and also our orchestra combined here. We're bringing Amos Lucidi here. Thank you. Oh, I got the lid open. Here we go. With this program, again, is about time and the infinite, and it just so happens we are running out of time. So we're going to just let the music speak for itself, we'll just, Liz was actually on tour with Iris Dement, who has, I think, one of the best musings about time and the infinite, which is to just let the mystery be. So, so here we go with our program of chorus and orchestra music. We're going to start with a pretty newly composed piece called Oceans and Stars.
What
Okay, and just hello, hey, thank you very much. This will be our last selection for this program. Thank you very much for coming. We do have some food waiting for everybody in the basement. This last one is by a favorite composer of ours, Ola Gielo, Across the Vast Eternal Sky. Thank you very much for sharing your time with us this morning, and we'll see you next time.
Go out into the world, be fearless, ask questions, hold on to what is good, strengthen the weak, comfort the fearful, serve the suffering, do what makes you come alive. Because, as the great Howard Thurman said, what the world needs is more people who have come alive. Rejoice in the power of the human spirit, so may it be.